gentlemen, people worldwide, of the internet, anywhere you're seeing this, welcome to another episode of Talking Trends for February 27th, 2018, my friends.
It's almost over. You're making it, man. You're doing it.
I'm doing it. Actually, we're doing it.
We're doing it, yes.
We have our challenge.
Yes.
That we did today, and tomorrow will mark the last day of our stare challenge.
Yes.
And also, it will mark the last day of my 5K a day challenge.
Yes.
Which I'm really looking forward to.
You're super happy about that.
Oh, my God. Can't wait till that's over.
The question is, what's the next challenge?
That's what I was thinking about.
That's the move.
That is what I was honestly
Maybe we
trying
need
to
some
think
suggestions from the people.
Well, I mean,
you fancy folks
we were
out there.
we were toying with the idea of trying to order those hot chips.
Yes.
With like the Reaper peppers and eat them live on air and try and get through an episode.
I don't think we have the liability, the insurance that will carry us through that situation.
Clearly not.
But our ratings will go through the roof.
I hope so.
If someone croaks on the table.
Right?
We'll be all right.
Or we could try and order the hot ones, hot sauces, and go through like maybe 5 wings within an episode.
I kind of like that idea.
Something, yeah.
That's interesting.
We'll think of some thing to do for the month of March for the show.
And we're open to suggestions.
As long as it's not too outlandish.
Yeah, I mean,
course.
We are an outlandish group, but
right?
Let's keep it real, people. Let's keep it a little, like we have some sense, just a little bit of sense.
Ooh.
We'll come up with something.
Yes,
but we only got a day to do so. So
we'll figure it out.
We best do it quick.
So your day's going good?
Excellent day.
Awesome.
Excellent day. Humpy? No, it's not hump day. Sorry, my bad.
Close.
I'm very, very close. Yes. Very good day. Feeling good.
Nice.
And stairs. I got the stairs in. Watch my Instagram. It's on there. I'm ready to go, man.
I saw that.
I like that. We started on time today.
Yes.
And I enjoy that.
Yes, me too.
Very good.
Not rushing.
We're not rushing.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends. For those tuning in for the first time, this show, we take articles from around the globe and we discuss them with you.
Yeah.
And we like to hear your humble opinion on said topics.
Yes.
Such as, for today, we are going to talk about Ryan Seacrest is the next A-list celebrity, if you will, who has now been accused of sexual misconduct.
He was the golden boy.
Now he is
He might still be the golden boy.
This story is very interesting.
We'll talk about that. Yeah.
After that, we're going to talk about a dude who could possibly be the best friend in the world.
Yes.
He faked a stroke.
Right.
To get a free ride in an ambulance just to visit his friend at the hospital.
That's a friend.
That's a friend.
That's a true friend.
In my books, that's number one.
That's up there. Yeah, I would say that takes a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
The UK has, some parts in the UK have officially banned, as of March
1st.
Basically tomorrow or like another 48 hours,
have
banned boiling lobster.
It's a thing. And this country will no longer, they will not tolerate it anymore. It's over.
I don't get it.
I don't understand either.
And finally, wrapping things up, we have a very interesting, sad, confusing story and situation. This lady here, she killed her daughter, her 8-year-old daughter, a couple years ago. And she has now she's trying to use a defense, a very interesting defense in trying to get out of being, she's already been sentenced, but she wants to lighten the sentence for a very odd reason. I don't want to give it away right now because it's absolutely absurd.
It's ludicrous.
Yeah, and I can't believe this kind of thing happens in courts.
People will come up with anything they can. And this is a serious thing. We're talking about, someone's life. So
exactly.
Unreal.
So
we will talk about that, yes.
Without any further ado.
To do.
Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, Ryan, how could it be? Ryan seemed to be the polished Hollywood host of everything. The guy's on every single thing in the world. He's on CNN. He's got a radio show, of course. He's on now with Live, and it's now Live, Ryan and Kelly, which is a TV show. He does his show. He has a show on E! He has the Kardashians. That's his creation. God, the list goes on and on. He's the host of the Oscar red carpet, blah, 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 the whole work. So he's the latest victim. No one is safe. Ryan Seacrest. His former stylist reveals and is accusing him of abuse and harassment. Allegations have now come out against Ryan. Her name is Susie Hardy. She's a single mother, a preschool-age daughter, when she landed a job as Ryan Seacrest's personal stylist for E! News in 2007. The position provided good pay and a schedule that would allow her to pick up the child. Worked out for her. Very good. Not a bad job. If you can get that job, you figure out you're doing all right.
That's not too shabby.
Yeah, according to a November letter that Hardy's attorney addressed to cable channel E! The job became an ordeal as Seacrest subjected Hardy to years of unwanted sexual aggression, including grinding his erect penis against her while clad only in his underwear, groping her vagina, and at one point slapping her buttocks so hard that it left a large welt visible hours later.
Jesus, Ryan.
He's rough, I guess, according to her.
His picture,
the picture does not dictate.
I'm looking at his picture and you're telling me the story. I'm just I'm picturing this dude in his underwear with just rubbing up against people.
Just rubbing it all over. Apparently. She also claimed she endured the abuse for years out of concern over being able to provide for her daughter. So she stuck it out
for sure
for her daughter's sake. Great job, good benefits. Obviously, it worked out in her schedule. So she stuck it out only until the end of basically 2013. So this one must have went on for 6 years apparently, and she stuck it out for her kid basically. But quote unquote, as proud as I am as a strong woman as I am. As smart as I am and as much work as I've done with therapists, it's really affected me. So the lawyers are obviously getting something together to go and file against him now. Who is not filing against him? Who's not sided with this woman has conducted an investigation was E! Channel conducted an investigation, of course, against the allegations that she claims, and they claim that under what they've investigated, that there's no proof and no hard evidence that this ever happened. So E! And also ABC, who he also works with, they're behind Seacrest, and they're saying, listen, dude, we believe you, and you will continue to work for us. He's not. One thing that's different with this story and a lot of other stories, the allegations, people drop off like flies. People get fired from their jobs, they're whatever. They get kicked off of movies. We saw with Spacey, all these different things. So in this situation, it's different. He's allowed. He's going to be staying. They say there's no proof, and he's going to continue to work, and like it never even happened.
I'd be like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have some hard evidence for you. Subject A, Ryan Seacrest's dick.
Yeah, penal unit, as it were.
Years I was subjected to this hard thing.
You know.
Sorry. Jokes aside.
What does the matter with you?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just listening. There were so many things going through my head as you were telling the story.
Yeah. I bet.
Unfortunately, okay, so, but seriously, this is as we were discussing before the show, this is the first time that companies have, instead of backing away and totally dropping the accused, they're right behind them.
So how does it become a pick and choose situation where the public, I mean, here's the thing, he's not getting major public backlash from social media. So do they just like the fact that he's been the clean-cut American boy host?
Look at this guy's face. I'm going to put his face up
again. Put him up there for a second. It's just like you can't pick and choose who you can decide through public, opinion on who's guilty and who's not. But apparently that is the case here because he's continuing to work. Now, of course, E! Network and ABC, they're basing it solely on evidence, which I think is the way to go, which is what happens in what doesn't happen in a lot of cases. They don't base it on evidence. Yeah. They strictly base it on, this person is accusing this person. Yeah, we'll get rid of him. Contract gone, show's gone, da-da-da. Yeah. It's kind of like that situation, he's innocent until proven guilty. But, I don't know. Just seems like an odd situation. Now, here's the other thing, too. We were talking about this a little bit before, that Ryan is a money maker. He is a money cow.
He breathes, sleeps money.
Yeah, the E! Network, and he's a workaholic. Don't get me wrong. The guy works super hard because he's on every friggin' thing. I don't think he has any downtime ever.
Right.
E Network alone, he has the biggest show on E Network, which is Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which has been on there for God knows how many seasons, way too many in my opinion, but makes gobs of money. They actually program shows around that show because they know the viewers are so massed around that show that if you put something before or after that show, it will also catch the same wave. So, I mean, you know, what do? You're going to say, listen, dude, we're taking all your shows off. I mean, E Network would die without the Kardashians.
I think now it's become a money thing.
So now it's become a money thing. So, you know, you can't just pick and choose your battles. If he's guilty, he's guilty. But I don't know. These guys are standing by him. And he doesn't seem to be catching the same backlash from the public as a lot of like Weinstein and Spacey and all these other guys.
I think, well, then, like those cases, I guess we're going to have to wait for if there's going to be more allegations coming out from different people. Because, I mean, if he's being so comfortable to thrust his erected penis on, you know, one lady, I'm sure he's had no problem thrusting his hard erected penis on another lady.
Upon maybe many ladies.
Maybe some dudes, too.
Maybe he's groped many a vagina.
And maybe some guys. Where are the guys at?
Maybe some dudes' junk got, you know, a little squeeze on.
Right? Or
we don't know.
Up against.
Listen, you know, anything goes.
Right.
Apparently in Hollywood. So we'll see. That might be a true test. Let's see if the other allegations. But then it comes down. Listen. So does that mean only if one person makes a claim, it's dismissed because only one person? You need 20 claims to make it.
Right.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
You know
where does it become the validity of the accusation?
I also think at the same time, if you do have more than one case come out, it does solidify it a bit more.
For sure.
And details, right? Like the Jake thing that we've been talking about with Headley. Some graphic details from the woman who just does rape.
Super graphic.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, it could be just tip of the iceberg here, and maybe there'll be more that'll come out against him. But Ryan, my man, he's the one guy who never thought would see coming from him.
It's the least people, it's the last person you suspect, my friend.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I would expect this behavior from, like, Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, especially Ron Jeremy.
Right.
But not Ryan Seacrest.
Maybe it's because, like, those guys, like, just, like, have sex so often.
It's like, they're
just like, I'm tired. I'm good. Like,
I think that's it, man. Because if you ever seen like a porn star being interviewed, they're like, sex the last thing they want to do.
Yeah.
When that's their work. Yeah. That's their job.
Right.
You don't come home and want to keep doing your job. But if that was the job,
and then as you're saying, like he works a lot. I mean, he's on a bunch of shows. He's on the radio.
Dude, he's got more jobs than you can count. This guy every single day.
Maybe the only time for him to get some sort of jolly is in a makeup chair. I don't know. I'm not saying it's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, Ryan's been with a lot of beautiful women. He's dated many, many women. Single dude. He's, you know, super successful, can have almost any woman he wants. It's the same situation we talk about with this Jake guy from Headley. It's like, dude, you can get ladies.
Yeah.
Why you gotta
be inappropriate?
Why I gotta be weird about it?
Yeah, exactly. Why you gotta be weird about it?
Why you gotta be rubbing penises on people?
Right? Why you gotta? Oh God.
Anyway, the penis rules, and it does what it wants to do.
It does.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
we're at the whim of the penis. Damn you, penis!
Unbelievable penis.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Ryan, and we'll see. We'll keep up on it, and we'll see what happens with that story.
All right.
So that's it. Another sexual harassment.
It's gonna be a good year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good year. Great year.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Up next, this interesting story from the UK. The ultimate friend that I just dubbed right now.
Dude.
This man pretends to be a stroke victim to get a free ride in an ambulance to the hospital just to visit his pal.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it.
So a man shamelessly pretended to be a stroke victim to get a free ride to the hospital in an ambulance to visit his friend. The man has been blasted for his actions after paramedics revealed that they took him to the hospital after he claimed to have lost sensation in his legs. So he's, you know, he called them up and he's like, guys, I think I'm stroking out. So fearing he may have a critical circulation problem or even suffered a stroke, he was, of course, rushed to hospital. But on arrival, he walked out beaming and admitted he was fine and just wanted a free ride to visit a friend on one of the wards.
Wow. Well, that's a good friend.
That's a really good friend.
Or is it a bad friend?
No, I think, listen, if I had a friend who might have been hard up for some money,
right,
and he couldn't afford like the public transit or a taxi or a Lyft or an Uber, what have you,
dude.
Hey man, you know what?
But
you called an ambulance to see old little TK. How'd you get here? What? You faked a stroke?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well,
Awesome. Get this man a popsicle.
it could be a good friend. I don't know how much transit is in the UK. I can't imagine being so much that you can't afford to get on a bus. The problem is, though, if he does take this ambulance and God forbid they needed it for a real emergency,
That's why I feel
and
bad.
someone dies
Yeah.
I mean, as a result of it, or
That's the problem, right?
serious injury because this Yahoo wanted a free ride to the hospital. I don't know.
So-
Jesus, man.
Within further investigation that I did, paramedics of the ambulance service have said that they deal with this sort of thing day in and day out. And to top it all off, there is unfortunately no law against wasting the ambulance time.
That's insanity. How can there be? Isn't that like a fraud?
You would think, right? I mean, in the States they have it.
Makes
I
no
think
sense.
the fines are quite hefty down there. Last month they revealed how one caller requested he wanted to go shopping and get showered. Last year actually marked the 80th anniversary of the 999 emergency number system. That's 999 over in the UK instead of 911. So they celebrate the 80th anniversary of that by releasing audio of some bizarre calls that were taken. They figured they're going to
only
make
imagine.
light of the whole thing. So some of the calls, they included there's a dude who tried to order an ambulance in advance, saying he might need it later. Not now.
Like a time pickup.
Right?
Oh my God.
Other emergencies included someone who wanted sleeping tablets, someone who had a toothache, someone reporting a fox was dead, someone who was they misplaced their drinking glass and thought it had been stolen, a person who wanted someone to make them breakfast, and someone who wanted a taxi. And I mean, the list goes on.
Some creative stuff there, though.
People, man.
I got to give you that much. My thing is, don't they charge you for that? Like here, you get it's a bill.
You get when you ride in the ambulance.
It's like $200.
Yeah,
It's no joke.
Because he rode in the ambulance, so I wonder if he gets charged.
He's supposed to. Like even if I need an ambulance right now,
Yeah.
they charge me for the
Right.
ambulance ride. Like they bill me.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm calling for the ambulance.
Yes,
I get
yeah.
billed. It's like $200 or something like
Yeah.
that. So I'm curious if they do that. They obviously don't do the same thing there because you couldn't even afford to take the bus.
Right?
Right. So,
Unbelievable.
I don't know. I like some of those things are pretty creative. The breakfast one, I like. Come make me breakfast.
Come make me breakfast.
It's not IHOP. Like
Right?
What the hell is that?
Like 999 was emergency.
Yeah.
Kind of hungry this morning.
Can you bring me some bacon?
Pancakes.
I like eggs.
Also, I think March 4th is International Pancake Day, by the way.
March 4th?
I believe this Sunday or whatever the 4th is. The Saturday? Yeah, Saturday.
First thing.
We'll
Yeah.
just say Saturday, yeah.
Maybe we'll have to have them on Monday then.
Yeah, bring a bunch of pancakes.
We'll bring some pancakes in
Yeah.
here. I make them every weekend, but
We'll make them on the show. We'll get one of those griddles.
I have a grill. I make them from scratch every weekend.
Oh, maybe you should test your skill on Monday's
I'll
show.
do a lot. I'm good under the pressure. I ain't got to worry about that.
Yes, let's do it. We got.
We'll
okay,
put some protein powder in
let's
there.
do it.
All right, protein pancakes.
All right, sounds
Let's
good.
do it. We're in.
All right, sounds good.
We'll pick a lucky winner to come eat the pancakes with us. Maybe not. Anyway, creative. I like that.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Get a bus pass, buddy.
Right. Up next, speaking of, we were kind of on the subject of food for a second there.
Yeah.
Lobsters. Nova Scotians love their lobster. So I can't imagine this law getting passed here in Canada, especially in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. A very delicious crustacean, as it were. There is going to be a ban, and this is a story we heard about before, taking effect March 1st of this year. New law scheduled to go into effect March 1st will make it illegal to boil lobsters using traditional approaches based on the lobster's ability to feel pain. Chefs from that day forward will be required to render them unconscious before boiling them. It's going to be the first legislation of its kind. Switzerland, the fine country of Switzerland, is going to be the first nation to pass such a legislation. Through the UK is preparing to make, and the UK is preparing to make similar laws in regards to preparing delicious lobster dishes. Instead of throwing the live lobsters into boiling water, which is what I would, or you, or most people traditionally do, the Swiss law will make the mandate that the animals be first knocked out
I don't
Which
get it.
like get your boxing.
It seems so much more work.
Similarly, before stabbing a live lobster with a knife, so which is super hard. If you ever tried to do that,
Listen, have you ever tried to do it?
dude, I've never done it. I've
tried.
seen it online. It's
Yep.
not easy.
No, I tried.
And what happened?
I had a nice knife, of which I thought was nice. But for this situation to take place, you really do need a chef's knife to cut through the shell of the lobster, and you have to make it quick. So, I mean, I'm there. I have it on the base of his head,
Okay.
his or her, it,
Whatever it is.
and I'm pushing down. It's not happening. You see it flailing. Like
You have the tip on him. Is that what you
The
do?
tip of the knife is right on
And you wanna
the
push-
crown of his head.
Jesus.
Sorry, its head.
Okay.
And I'm pushing down, and it's flailing. I'm getting a gross feeling in my stomach, and I'm like, I can't do this. It's kind of like stepping on like a really big bug, and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
But then picture it, this 3-pound like
Dude.
insect.
It's so
sea
weird.
insect. It's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
And I mean, as you're saying, you have to render it unconscious. I'm trying to picture, get me the hammer.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, that would be the only other way. I think the knife. You're saying it's super hard to do. I would sooner get a hammer and just plunk him over the head. But then
And
that
they get
seems so.
and they get juices everywhere.
Dude,
and what
that
if you
just
don't
seems-
knock them out? How do you know if you knock them out? How do you know if you render them unconscious? That's
I would assume when he stops moving,
well, that's you know what?
unless he's faking.
Their nerves can
That's true.
move
I don't
too.
know.
So there's
What's-
no telling way if it's.
What's worse? I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna keep boiling my lobsters.
Oh boy.
You guys can come after me.
It's not. Yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't come here.
People will lose their mind here in Nova Scotia,
They won't listen.
like the land of lobster. Everybody that comes here is like, hey, I heard the lobster's great here. And then all of a sudden, you're going to take our pride, our joy, and tell us you can't boil those little tasty bastards?
Yeah. You don't tell me how to cook
You
my
don't
lobster.
tell me
Don't you tell
how
me.
I can cook my goddamn
When
lobster.
I spent $15.99 a pound
Right?
for my fucking lobster.
Unbelievable.
I can do what I like.
And you want me to render this thing unconscious in front of my children.
Well, the UK is considering legislation that would require lobsters and other crustaceans to either be frozen as a means of killing them or stunned.
What other crustaceans
prior
are
to the
like crabs?
I don't know. Yeah,
Shrimp.
crabs. Well, shrimps, I guess. "Quote unquote." We know that among
Them
some of the
shrimp daddies. Shout out to all my shrimp daddies
freeze out
out
the
there.
shrimp daddies.
Shouts out
Some
to
of the
the
larger
shrimp daddies.
crustaceans, such as lobster, do not feel conscious pain in the way that we do, but there are some evidence that they have some nervous systems that enable them to detect stress. And this, listen, you're gonna eat them. Who cares?
It's funny that this is a thing, and I mean, what are they doing for the other animals that they slaughter?
Oh, nothing for those guys.
Right.
Forget those guys.
Right.
Fuck the cow and the pig. Like,
Right.
let's just do the most slaughterhouse thing. You don't think they're stressed out? They know where they're going. They walk into a slaughterhouse. They see their buddy over on the floor in 5 pieces.
Right.
Listen, the cow knows what's up.
Yeah.
Listen, the lobster, I think that's the least of his worries. If the lobster's out of the water and he sees you looking at him, you got him, and he sees the boiling water. Listen,
What does a lobster see? Like anyway,
He knows why he just cut his eyeball? I don't know. Like, I just see it's too much work. And I think, I don't know. I think they're gonna obviously this is gonna be like a restaurant thing.
okay, yeah.
So they're gonna go and like that's gonna be the first. You can't catch people in their homes.
Unbelievable. But they're gonna
In the
catch everybody at a restaurant too.
They're gonna go in. Listen, I guarantee you, they're gonna go in there. Like, you have a health inspector come in. He's gonna go in there. How you boiling them? They're just gonna walk in and see how you boil. This is ridiculous.
They're gonna do like some secret shopper kind of thing. They're gonna
That's what
go
it's
in,
gonna be. Listen.
order a couple lobsters, and like, can I go to the back kitchen see how you prepare these lobsters? And then that restaurant gets fined.
Utterly ridiculous.
Unbelievable. What a waste of time and money.
I thought the Swiss are smarter than this. They have nothing to do with it. They must have like zero crime rate, nothing else going on. Everyone gets along. They got lots of vacation time. Everyone's relaxed.
True.
It's all good. They don't overstress. They don't overwork. What else can we waste our time on today? Well, them lobsters feeling some pains. How about we tell everybody that they can't stick them in the boiler whenever they want to, that they need to massage them to sleep and tell them a bedtime story.
I wonder if you could steam them.
How can steaming be any better?
Hey, if they say boiling,
You can steam them.
I'm gonna play the weird card and be like, well, you say boiling, I'm gonna steam these guys.
Yeah, but I think the law is you have to render them stunned in some way before preparing them. You know what I mean? They're saying boiling is going to be illegal. So I've steamed them before. Isn't steam even a slower death?
I would assume so.
Dude, what are you in, like in a sauna and you
just crank it
it's
up
worse.
slowly. Yeah.
Maybe it's not because they fall asleep. I don't know.
Again, I don't know the physiology of a lobster and how its brain and body works, but
yeah. Joe Buck says lobsters ain't none, but ocean cockroaches.
this is true.
But they're delicious. I ain't gonna lie.
Those cockroaches,
Joseph, they're delicious.
Those cockroaches are mighty delicious.
A little bit of butter and buddy, I'm getting hungry right now. It's all good. Carrie, I love me some lobster. Listen, we all love some lobster.
Yes.
I've steamed them before. I know when you throw them in the water, you can hear them screaming.
Listen. Drop it. Put the lid on.
Walk away.
Walk away.
I hear nothing.
Right? See no evil. Hear no evil.
I got my earphones. I can't hear nothing.
Exactly. Put your headphones in. And
a few minutes later, they are delicious.
Yeah. They're in your tummy. And then you're having a lobster poo later.
Yeah. Lobster poo-poo platter.
Nice lobster poo platter.
Yummy. I'm in the mood for lobster. Okay. I don't know.
Speaking about things humane, finally wrapping up today's Talking Trends. This
give some humane stuff.
Ridiculous story I came across today. Mom who killed child argues cops have done the same to suspects. Now, headline's kind of vague, so allow me to explain. A Rhode Island woman is appealing her conviction for suffocating her daughter. Her argument is that police officers who accidentally kill detainees in similar ways are not convicted.
Wow.
So she went into court and was like, time to overturn this ruling with this reason. Cops kill people, but they don't get charged.
Right.
I kill my daughter and I get charged.
Right.
That's her argument right now. So the 44-year-old Kimberly Fry recently brought her case before a Superior Court judge. She was convicted of second-degree murder in the 2009 killing of her 8-year-old daughter and is serving 20 years in prison. Rightfully so.
Of course.
Kimberly Fry argues that police officers in New York, specific, and Florida accidentally killed people using restraints, so her conviction should be overturned. Fry also says her lawyers failed her because they didn't use a defense based on her previous mental health issues. She apparently had experienced with depression and PTSD before the killing. Regardless, if that's her argument, she should still be in some sort of institution. If she's saying she has some mental illness, then you, my friend, shouldn't be well enough to take care of your child. And then, furthermore, you should be put into an institution where you can get such help and your daughter can come visit you.
Yeah. You mentioned she has mental issues.
Yeah.
That would go without saying because her argument is ridiculous.
Her argument reflects these issues.
It's your child.
Yeah.
You know, like, how are you comparing that to police and handling criminals?
8-year-old child.
Right. Defenseless.
Detainees who are typically adults, we'll just say.
Yeah. Right. And if you've been detained, there's a good chance you've committed some sort of crime.
Yes.
Or you're in the process of a crime around you. You're being detained for some reason.
Right.
And she's not giving any specific cases. She mentions New York and Florida for some weird reason.
That's like someone going into court and saying, no, I didn't sexually abuse that person. Well, so-and-so didn't go to jail for it. Michael Jackson didn't go to jail for it.
Oh,
sorry,
man.
Michael Jackson. I apologize. That was the first person that came to my head.
Why would you say Michael Jackson?
Okay. Headley isn't going to jail for it.
There you go. Screw them guys. Or don't screw them.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
Better yet, you might want to avoid that situation.
Screw them. Yeah.
Yeah. Rape. Yeah. That's a sad story, man. But obviously she has major mental issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She needs to get help.
Yeah.
The thing is, if she had those issues before, how does she still have a kid that's in her care? You know what I mean? Like,
Hey man, you know what? I think all these this is all too familiar story of people slipping through the cracks of society and not getting the proper help they need.
Agreed.
Happens a lot. There's probably I could walk outside right now and I can run into 100 people and I'd say a good percent of them should probably be getting help in some manner. I should probably be getting help.
Half of our staff
Yeah,
needs help.
me included.
Yeah, put us on the stand.
Right?
We may fold under questioning.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree, man. Sad story though.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Sorry to bring it down a notch there, ladies and
Kind of
gentlemen.
went down a little bit there. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. We'll bring it back up at some point.
We are going to. Like right
Yeah.
now. Later on this week, we have a special guest coming to the show on Thursday for your Throwback Thursday.
Yeah.
Should we say who she is yet? Or
We could.
it's up to you, man.
Thursday, our good friend Mo is going to pop in.
Shouts out to Mo.
She is an Instagram queen.
Yes.
Yeah, she went from last year, I believe she was around, she'll tell the story, but under 15,000 followers. She's now approximately 47,000 followers. She's here, local Halifax. Amazing, and she has. She's gonna give us a little insight on maybe how you can do the same for your Instagram game.
So you want to up your following?
Yeah.
Tune into Thursday's show. You
Yeah.
might get some hot tips. You can maybe fool that Instagram algorithm.
Yeah, she's done some marketing projects too for certain companies. Tim Hortons, McDonald's. She's done some stuff, so she knows her shit.
Yeah, no, she big ups to her.
Yeah.
She always comes out to my events, and I always support her whatever she does.
Yeah. She'll be in on Thursday.
She'll be here on Thursday, and it's going to be a great show. I think we're
That'll
going to
be
have
fun.
a lot of fun, and of course, we would love to see you guys tune in.
Yeah.
But until then, this is Talking Trends for February 27th.
Yeah.
One more day.
One more day, buddy. You're almost there. We're looking at the calendar right now. You're going to bring that. Oh, boy. You're caught. There you go. Bring it on over.
Gotta bring it
Slap it down. Look, 1 day left, people. 1 day left.
right there.
We can see it. So anyone who took the challenge, congrats to you. You got 1 day left to go. Anyone who didn't, you know what? There's always next month, which is Thursday. So why don't you think of a new challenge? We're trying to think of a new challenge for us. And if you have any suggestions for us, we'd love to hear them. We're going to do something for March. And
Do 25 push-ups before each show.
live?
Live.
Love it. Do it. I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll think of something new. And
The boys will be jacked by April.
we do that prison work.
Yeah, we have to do a full prison workout before each show or during each show. No, okay, we'll just do push-ups or
That's
something.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining us today. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, hump day. And we'll be back with some new, fresh topics to talk on.
Hopefully no more sexual allegation topics.
Yeah, we're not going to count our blessing. Listen, it's a new day and new allegations will come out. So, but we hope you join us tomorrow, 5 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see you then for more Talking Trends.
See you later, ladies and gentlemen.